Good morning, USA. Very early, I know. But I just thought I'd stop in on YouTube and see the shenanigans that were going on. Really go. They're crazy. Some of the stuff that goes on is just so mean to people. I can't understand how people like to be mean, but I don't know. So, anybody got anything good planned for today? I was watching a live stream last night. That was a good one. It was about this haunted house that's actually not too far from me. Hi, King of Ipswich. Oh, I'm just up. I was watching some live streams and, you know, thinking about maybe eventually going to this place that's close to me that actually is like a haunted house near me. I mean, it's not real close. It's an hour and 20 minutes away, but still, it's fairly close. I wouldn't mind checking it out, you know? But yeah, I really think that a lot of these, you know, drama channels and stuff are just so. But you enjoy your day, King of Ipswich. I gotta get back to doing some trivia and stuff. I haven't done trivia in ages. I miss it. I don't know if anybody else does. Yeah, just there's just some mean people though out on YouTube. So crazy. And you know what? Those are actually hater channels. And when people make response videos, that might be considered drama, but it's because hater channels bring drama into their real life. Like you could see it because, yeah, you have a wonderful day too. It's King of the Split, but they actually bring so much stress into people's lives, their real lives, because you can see it when they're all, saying they should do this, they should do that, and they spend like, hours upon hours just really being, really behaving the way that you would hope that they don't, you know, raise anybody to be. Um, but I did see a video that was really, really, really funny. I'm sorry, I just have to say. It was actually pure comic gold. I'm sorry, it's not even in any like kind of offense way of the person that the video is made about. But there's a channel called Jim Marshall's Wife, and the last video that they put on there, it's called Hungry Eyes. Oh God, my God, that is funny. It really is funny. And the strange thing is that the person who the video is about is they get angry in the live in the comment section to somebody because they mentioned something about them singing or whatever, and the person doesn't get mad though at the person who made the video for making the video about them. They get mad at somebody for saying something about the video. I mean, just so crazy. And then I was reading these like it's almost like a book. of these comments on these particular three videos that somebody put up, and these three witches that are talking. I mean, these bitches are writing like 4 paragraph long comments. Um, it's pretty delusional because they are delusional, man. So delusional. And when people say things like, oh, and she likes to pull the cancer card, I don't like to pull the cancer card at all. In fact, I don't think anybody likes to pull the cancer card. I've never even heard anybody use that kind of a phrase. Um, it's really kind of disgusting. Quite frankly, how about I don't have a cancer card to pull and I just give it to you, the cancer card, if you think that it's something that people enjoy pulling and using as some kind of a, bonus. Cancer is not a bonus. And then they'll go, and it's like cancer for her whole life. I'm sorry to tell you, but it actually is my life. And if you don't like it, then go fuck off. Don't even bother worrying about it. I mean, it's really not anybody's, Oh, and I do want to address something. I did see in a video, in a live stream tonight, that somebody named Worthless Entertainment was saying some kind things about me in there, and somebody named Just So Sweet, who I don't know. Like, they've never been anywhere telling me anything kind to me or anything, and yet they claim that they gave $200 to my GoFundMe. Now, if that is correct, thank you, but um, I wouldn't know if you did it as anonymous, and if you did it under your real name, I wouldn't know. So if you did it under Just So Sweet, I wouldn't. That's the only way I would know. Um, if that is another person, if that's CBX, I'm gonna say that CBX. I'm still very hurt by the course that our friendship went, and I still like you, and so um, I don't, if you're gonna say, I remember correctly, like in a live stream where somebody was telling you that I said this and this and this and this about you, but they had recorded it, but that they got rid of it because they didn't want to show it to you and hurt your feelings. Those things are lies. When people tell you, I saw somebody else saying that I had said comments that ministry was saying stuff about people's children, but of course I deleted it, and then of course I was doing this, but of course I deleted it. That's what they love to do, is say things like, um, they like to justify their behaviors and say that, but it was deleted, so it's not. They don't have the proof; they just say it. But if you want proof, I have screenshots of, you know, shit that people were really saying, and it's really them. And, you know, none of those people that are sitting there going, and you've always been nice to her. And I'm not talking about CVX right now. I'm talking about other people. And you've always been nice to her. And look, she's been to people. I mean, I'll see people go, SG is 100% paranoid. And then the next comment will be, she has so many haters. So how am I paranoid if I have so many haters? Like, you don't get it both ways. You know, you might think you do, but logically, and to anybody with a half a brain, it would see that these people, it's a room full of like 80 people bashing me, but I'm paranoid. Like, as if it's not really happening. What are you going to tell me? That's a delusion? That shit's ridiculous. It really is. And I just can't fathom anybody having that much enjoyment and that little idea for content, that that's what their content has to be. Isn't there any joy going on there? I mean, anywhere? And Janice Dickinson has always been the biggest piece of shit of YouTube. So if you guys want to be friends with her and wish her well and this and that, then I don't know that it makes you any different than Janice Dickinson. I mean, you know, 1 minute I'm Janice Dickinson, then the next minute, like as if I would pretend to be Janice Dickinson and go in places and say the grossest shit ever. People are fucking hypocrites, man. Hypocrites. Woo! Take a good look in the mirror and see yourself for how you really are. Stop seeing everybody else for how you really are. You know, that reflection in the mirror, that's you. It's not everybody else. Just, you know, quite frankly, terrible. Good morning from Ohio. I found out about your channel because of chatting with Angie, which I found out because it's chosen one. Chatting with Angie is very nice. And good morning to Ohio. How is Ohio's weather today, John? How did chatting with Angie's 24-hour challenge go with her son, you know, staying in the car 24 hours? That was pretty interesting. Then again, though, um, did you watch that? The 24-hour challenge thing with Angie and her son in the car? I didn't watch it. I feel bad, but I'm just curious. How did they go to the bathroom? They must have had to take their own break. Because even when they used to have those things like, remember, like on Happy Days on Laverne and Shirley, and they were like they had to like keep dancing for a certain amount of time, those dance-a-thons, or I think one was, I don't know if this was on Laverne and Shirley, but they had to like keep their hand on a car. I can't remember what show that was. And they had to keep their hand on the car. And something happened that they ended up like they would win the, you know, I just think there's gotta be a way that people have like little breaks and those kind of things. I always thought that that Laverne and Shirley episode where they had that dance-a-thon and Richie Cunningham was Laverne's partner, and she's like she's got this her skirt over his head, and she's going, "Come on, kid, kick your legs, kick your legs." Oh, was it that 70s show? I feel like it was something else. Something had happened with their car, and they needed another car. Like I want to feel like it was like Laverne and Shirley. That's what I want to think it was. Oh my god, that was so funny though. When she was her her skirts over his head. She's on his shoulders. Kick your legs, kid. He's all smiles and shit. Oh my god, it was funny. I loved Laverne and Shirley. That was like my favorite show when I was growing up. Laverne and Shirley. I didn't like it much though when they moved to California. No, they do not, John. You are completely right there. They do not make them as funny as they used to be. Not at all. In fact, I really think that I remember the first one that not the first comedy, but I remember when it was like NYPD Blue when they had I think it was a that David Caruso, is that his name? David Caruso, the redhead guy from CSI, and he was in NYPD Blue, I think. And they had a shower scene where they showed him naked, kind of from behind. I don't know, yeah. But I really think that they should have. I'm not a big, fan of censorship, but I do believe that there is some times when censorship should come into play. And I think that, okay, look at that song, Walk, okay? That is such a disgusting song. It is so disgusting. What a disgusting song. I cannot believe that that song. Oh yeah, yeah. That Dennis was it Dennis Farina? Yeah, yeah. They showed the big guys, but remember that? And that was like when all of a sudden, the censorship thing, and now when you watch, those movies, not movies, the shows that are on TV. First of all, there's not a lot of, well, there is, I guess, some comedy shows, but like Big Bang Theory is really funny for being one of the newer ones, but it's really not even new. It wasn't Dennis Farina. That wasn't his name. I remember the big guy with the mustache, right? Who's Dennis Farina? Is Dennis Farina the guy that was like the host on Unsolved Mystery? No, Dennis Fran. That's right. Okay, Dennis Fran. You're right. Milk and Pepsi. Milk and Pepsi. What was Laverne and Shirley's? Remember that stuffed animal they used to always have? What was its name? You remember? I do. It always seemed like Shirley and Carmine had like the weirdest relationship. Dress to Kill. I remember hearing about that movie. Who was in that movie? I don't think I saw that though. I do not think I saw that. I was actually gonna go into a cemetery tonight. Uh, at night. I had my friend with me and we were gonna do it, but I had to pee, so I came home. uh, was that like the guy dressed like a woman or something in Dress to Kill? Or was the woman the killer? There's a lot of good scary movies. Everything was better back then. I'm sorry. I just think it was. I really do. I think that WAP is disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, Michael Caine was the guy. I like Michael Caine. I like Michael Caine. He's a funny guy. I think maybe it was called John Smith or something, the movie. The Revenge of or something like that. And he lived in England and he lived in like, the council estates, and it was all getting to be gangs and shit. And one of the elderly people that lived there that used to hang at the pub that he did got beat up and killed, and he went and he got revenge on them. Um, and I watched the audio commentary because I'm queer like that. I like to watch audio commentary or listen to them at least. I like to know how movies were made and everything. And Michael Caine was on the audio commentary, and man, was he funny! He was really funny. He was talking about how his friends, him and his wife, are friends with somebody else. He said, and then Roger Moore and his wife, and that they would take an RV and go, camping and shit in the RV with their wives, and that they were lost and had to pull over for directions or something, and how the person must have thought when here's James Bond pulling over to ask for directions in an RV. He was just a funny guy, and he was saying he made a really good point. He was talking about um they asked him if he'd ever done a nude scene in a movie, and first of all he was like, why would anybody want to see me nude? And he said, but no, I never have, because he felt that at that point you don't even have to be a good actor anymore, because nobody's even listening to your acting or the role you're playing. They're just looking at you standing there nude or whatever. And so it kind of, I don't know, it brings you down a level. And I do believe that. I honestly do. I really do. I'm sorry if that sounds prudish. I saw Laura Linney and she made a new scene, and I've always liked Laura Linney as an actress, and I kind of was really put off by it. It's fucked up. It's funny though. I haven't seen, we haven't seen any real, that. It's just so weird because, they'll like advertise movies now, and I don't even know who half these actors are that they're talking about anymore. There's really not any good ones. I'm sorry anymore. I really haven't seen any. Um, I haven't seen any new movies, to be honest with you. I really haven't. I remember back in the day before cable, how everything was so, I don't know, it just seems so much better, Like you could, I remember taking the TV guide and circling. People would actually circle and look through what they were gonna watch. My favorite movie of all time, like what is genre. My I guess like I'm gonna say, I know it's kind of corny, but well, I actually like, I have a lot of movies. I love movies. Um, but I'm gonna say Somewhere in Time. It was, with Jane Seymour and Christopher Reeve. That was one of my favorites. Grease was one of my favorites too. I loved Grease. That was a good movie. I tried calling you earlier. Yes, now people can go into their cable box and program it. Chance they yeah, but I mean, look how much you have to pay for that shit. You know, that's the thing. You did. You like Somewhere in Time as well. Somewhere in Time. Yeah, even the score for that movie was beautiful music. It really is. I just loved that movie. I loved it. program it to change to a certain channel in time. Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, why can't they just fucking change their remote? You know? I mean, and the thing too, the attraction of cable when it first came out was for the no commercials. But now there's loads of commercials, and they play so much old shit, and you have to, pay more and pay more for, as they take things away. Like, I mean, look at Monday Night Football. That was on regular channels. Football was on regular free channels. And now people actually have to pay if they want to watch baseball or they want to watch football or something. I mean, I just can't get over that shit. They didn't have to change all of that stuff and make people pay for the same things that they were getting for free before. Yeah, and you have to pay for it, right, John? You know, I don't care. I know that a lot of, today's generation, like the early 20s, mid 20s, whatever, they really think that because they're, so fast at typing a thing or a phone or this or that, um, that they will look at older people as stupid. But the bottom line is, if their phone was left somewhere, right, they would go nuts. They would go nuts. Even if there was a landline wherever they got to, and now they want to try to call their friend where they think that the phone may be. First of all, they probably wouldn't know their phone number of their friend. They wouldn't even know how to use the landline. They would not even know how to use the landline. And they'd be lucky if they made it to wherever they were going without GPS. And set an alarm clock. Could you just imagine if their phone, was like, I mean, and I'm guilty of that too myself. Like, I mean, I know, um, you like hanging up on landlines. I know, because you could just be like, hang it up. Um, I mean, I'm gonna say I'm guilty of it myself too. That I don't have an alarm clock in my house. You use the phone. I know, right? Right? Now, if they lost their phone or it was dead or they didn't get reception, there'd be no pay phones for them. They'd be screwed. We'd be screwed. Anybody would be screwed. They used to even have the call boxes on the highways, and they don't have that anymore. I mean, and I gotta wonder. I just feel like what a waste to have put all those telephone lines in and all those phone boxes and all of the underground landlines and all that shit to put all that in. And then, like, okay, that's like saying, I'm gonna spend, $6,000 on a car, but you know, it's not broken, and within like a year, I'm gonna go up to a $10,000 car and have to pay more, even though the $6,000 car is already all done. It just seems like such a waste of money and everything to now are like useless. You couldn't even probably buy a landline if you wanted to. Did you ever make prank calls? I believe I probably did. I probably was like, you know, one of those, is your refrigerator running? Well, you better go catch it. Those kind of stupid things. But never anything, except one time I did prank my friend as an adult, mind you. And I said, hello, you order on number 19 from, and it was so funny because I actually had the name of the Chinese food restaurant down the street. And I didn't even realize that it was the Chinese restaurant down the street. And so, hello, this is the Panda South calling. And you order on number 19 and we go to your house and you're not home when we deliver. And I just start going off. And she's like, I don't even know how I was able to do it without laughing. I'm like, why you think you can make a Chinese man wait? You know? And she said she listened to it. She was trying to think, did I really order Chinese food and leave? I don't remember ordering Chinese food and leaving. You know? And then another time I actually did as an adult. Pranked my friend Peter. People are fucking loud. He's dead now. Kind of sad, but it was his birthday, and I called up. I go, "Hello, Peter. Baby Spice here." And this motherfucker really thought Baby Spice called him. His roommate saying, "Baby, that's not Baby Spice." And he's gone, "You don't know that. People pay people, they could pay and ask her to do that." Yeah, I mean, this motherfucker, he really thought it was her. If he liked Baby Spice. I like the Spice Girls myself, too, to be honest with you. I wonder if, I always think I saw a movie one time where this guy's grandfather had written a Christmas Carol, and he still got royalties off this Christmas Carol that was so, so popular. And fucking, that's all. He never ever had to work just because his grandfather wrote a Christmas Carol. And so he got royalties from this one song every year. That would be something, wouldn't it? Like something stupid too. Like that grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Like, what a simple song, and that guy probably. I wonder who the hell wrote that song even. And what are they doing now? Are they still rich? I should look it up. I should look it up. I want to know if they're, you know, what's funny is I've noticed about a lot of the people who will consistently harass someone, and they harass them constant, right? And I don't know where she's been, and they'll harass, somebody constant. Like once a hater person, it seems like they'll pick a target, what they'll do. And one of their favorite things to say is they really need to get off YouTube. They should just get off YouTube. I wonder if it's like really, and I've seen people say that, numerous people say something like that about numerous people. They should really get off YouTube. And I think that at the end of the day, that's really just their goal, is that um, that particular person, um, maybe for some reason, is a threat in a certain kind of way. So they just want them to get off YouTube. And I was thinking to myself, who the fuck is anybody to tell anybody they should really get off YouTube? Like, as if there's something wrong with the person who they're, insulting or degrading or berating or whatever it might be. Um, like they really think that there's something wrong with them, that person, instead of themselves. It's not like, they shouldn't even have a voluntary chance to get off YouTube. YouTube should just fucking boot those people. It's just so much hate in the world, and it's because of money, 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 money. That is all the world is interested in today. Like the people who own YouTube, man. Like imagine if, your father owned YouTube or some shit, or somebody you owned YouTube, and every time somebody did some shit to you could just fucking fuck them up real good. And that's the only time that they would probably ever do anything, if somebody was rich or, something like that. Like there's loads of laws of Madonna or David Letterman is being stalked or harassed. But if, like a regular person is, they don't matter. Like, come on, Tucker. Every time, every fucking time, Tucker. Every fucking time. Give it a rest, please. Give it a fucking rest. Ah, ah, God. There, yeah, I don't know where grandma's been, or I haven't even seen her like anywhere actually. I hope she's okay. And I haven't seen I Heart Pink. Um I I really don't know, you know? Maybe a lot of people are just like really getting sick of the same fucking bullshit over and over, and they don't know who to like and who not to like anymore. And in reality, I think that um, like they just kind of ruin the shit for everybody. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. When people can like view out book books worth like 120 comments, who each one being 4 paragraphs long of, oh my god, it was so funny. One of them was just said, at least if I've got something bad to say about somebody, I'll say it in my real name. And I'm like, yeah, but that's not your real name. You don't have any videos, you don't have any content, and that's not your real name. So no, you won't. You know? Like, what the fuck? And then they'll go, and we've got every right in the world to give our opinion and this and that. But God forbid if I do. It's all right, though, because you know what? My opinion would actually make sense, and I don't want to hunt anybody down to die. But like I said before, it's really not even worth the trouble of even addressing the shit because I already know that they're like kind of unworthy opponents that are faceless and have to hide behind like an avatar with no content and this and that. And basically, I know, oh my God, and I heard somebody else saying, and I never kept asking this person to tell her to block me. Like, yes, you did. People are crazy. So crazy. And then I heard somebody else talking smack about, no, I'm sorry, I like Adair. I think Adair is a nice person. And they were saying some pretty mean shit about him. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what the fuck? Maybe it's not that there's something wrong with them and that's why they're not around. Maybe, you know, it says people get sick and tired of just hearing somebody who isn't perfect themselves just keep continuously. And there's a lot of them. I'm not talking about anybody specific, but I don't know where some people get off sitting there acting like as if they don't have enough going on in their own life that they should, be the voice of any kind of reason. There, yeah, he does always seem to be kind, and they were calling him some pretty nasty shit. I was like, what the fuck? And yet at the same time, hi, Granny Red Paranormal Enthusiast. That's a long name. That is a very long name. Were you in Vale's live stream? Or somewhere? I feel like I've seen it. Vale had a good live stream though last night. She always does. She always has a nice live stream. Yes, yes, that's where it was. Yes, Vale is very nice, and she had a nice live stream last night with a lot of nice people in there. And I might go check out that house. Is it really for sale? I should have looked that up because sometimes those real estate companies will actually put online like pictures of the inside the house and everything. I just don't even know who would buy a house like that. I would never buy a haunted house. But you know what? Anywhere could be haunted. You just don't know. Some people would like to live in a haunted house. I've seen those shows where, like haunted and stuff. And doesn't mean I know. They do have tons of amazing shows. And there is, lots of good reasons for, you know, the bad people sometimes like outnumber the good people, but the qualities of the good people outnumber. Like you could put all of the qualities of the bad people together and it would probably take, maybe each one of bad people, hater people, have maybe possibly one thing you might like about them, but they'd need all 100 of them to equal one of the good people. And there are things that you could say about, nice people and everything. But I might go and check out that house that she was talking about last night on her live stream because it's, an hour and 20 minutes away. So it wouldn't be too bad. I appreciate that you stopped by, Granny. Granny Red Paranormal Enthusiast. If Rourke wants to look up your channel and drop your link, you could do that for me. That would be cool. Yeah, I was gonna try last night to do that great, cemetery thing at night. I even actually went down the street. I'm telling you, if I hadn't had to pee so bad, I probably would have done it. Because it's on like a dead end street. I don't even know how people can have a cemetery right in their backyard. I'm telling you, I'd be afraid to look out my window at nighttime if the cemetery was right there. I mean, some of these places, you got to think. I would have to think that there is some houses that, oh, you don't. Let me see. I probably could. Granny Red Paranormal Enthusiast. Hold on. Give me a second. Such a long name, too. I hope it pops right up. Oh, my God, that's such a long name. Now I forget. Can't spell enthusiast. That's not right. Enthusiast. Oh my God, I don't even think that's right. It might be the. It is. It's like, well, you don't really have a channel, do you? Nope. You don't have any videos. Then we'll drop the link. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll bet you that when they like say, okay, so here's this whole like place of grass and they're burying people, right? I'll bet you that when they started building on, near that cemetery, because I mean, this shit's close. Look at that other one I did, the one in Springfield, where some of the stones, right, were actually up on the. I mean, I'm saying there is no way that either when they made when they built the houses and put it, they did the cement, the foundation, and everything. I guarantee you that they probably bulldozed or whatever some of the bodies and just didn't even care because that shit's too close. I can't even believe that when I wanted to do the Dr. Seuss house, they had fucking tore it down. They tore down his original house on Mulberry Street. I am scared to go with me to film. Where would you go to film if you were going to go film somewhere? Where would you go? I know. And last night, actually, my friend, my girlfriend, she really was going to, she was all for it. She was all like, ready to go in there. And I'm serious. If I didn't have to pay, I kind of feel bad now for things. Life is so fucked up, isn't it? Like some people, they get you ever seen like, and but here's the thing too. If you think about it, but you know what though, we had a park that has devil worshiping. I want to go check it out. You know what? I think I watched. a video about that, and that they went in there, and sometimes there's like chanting going on and everything. I'll bet you that there's a place everywhere that has some kind of freaking devil worshipping going on, and we just don't know about it. That shit's fucked up. I think there's a lot of fucking people out there that don't know they're fucking devil worshippers. I bet you. No, they don't live in Kensington. They're Washington. Washington State. Oh, Kensington? Oh my god, I'd be scared to death to go to Kensington. You know that? Even in the daytime, I'd be scared to death to go to Kensington. And not because I think anybody would do something. If I lived in Washington State, though, right, I think one of my biggest concerns would be, oh, what, you used to horseback like at night or even in the daytime? I'm telling you, what I heard a lot about Washington State, Bigfoot, Bigfoot, a lot of Bigfoot. That's what I think. And I'll tell you, I think that, have you ever watched Days with Jordan? It's like Daze. And there's a couple of other ones too. Hi, Heart Pink. Oh my god, I was just saying we never see you anymore. Yay. Um, oh, lives in Washington State. Now that's where isn't that where they like where it rains a lot and they have like really, really tall trees? And isn't that where I don't know what that was. Isn't that where Twilight was filmed? In those woods? Oh my god, I'm telling you, there's this channel I watch, and I think it's called um, Alone at Home or something. And oh yes, do you know? Have you seen Everett area? I'm not having coffee. I'll tell you what's good in coffee. And don't take this the wrong way. It's not like I'm a drinker. I'm just saying. Black velvet is good in coffee. Cumbies has good coffee. Cumberland Farms. And I'll use like I like using those they got those little creamers and stuff. I use about one of each flavor, maybe two of like I go down the row of the coffee, you know how sometimes they have different blends. So I'll like, fill it up. I hear that Idaho is becoming one of the best states to live in. I watched this guy Nick Johnson. Aren't they good? The creamers or the coffees or the black velvet or all of it. It's even better if you have whipped cream on it. Let me just tell you, I'm not gonna lie to you. Black velvet in a Cumberland Farms coffee, in any coffee, except Dunkin' Donuts is kind of crappy nowadays. It seems pretty lame. Can't even say that. What does that mean in layman's terms, Granny? All the creamers I know. Do you know I recently bought a cinnamon toast crunch creamer. How's that sound? Pretty good. I love cinnamon toast crunch. So you went to Montana and you went into Idaho for a day. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to live in Montana or Wyoming. Everyone is moving to Utah and Idaho. Yeah, Mr. Rourke, that's what they said in that channel that Nick Johnson, that there's really a burst of, what did they say, that there was a shitload of jobs, but it was a crappy place. Oh my god, I can't remember. It's a very go-to spot. Kim Kardashian spent the 4th of July there with her children. Her children, and her ass, and that was probably all they could fit there. I'm like, why are they moving to Idaho? Kim Kardashian, I'm sorry, she does have like some kind of really strange, humongous ass. It doesn't even make sense. Um, I bet you the ass doesn't even look good, like without clothes on it. I can't see that looking good. To Idaho, because they were, I don't know, like it's up and coming or something, and it's clean air and won't be soon. I mean, they keep telling everybody to move there, right? I Michigan sounds pretty interesting because of all the lakes. Even though I heard that Minnesota is, you know, the land of lakes, right? Land of 1,000 lakes or something like that. Oh, you didn't see her butt, Granny? They, that's fucking what that song, who that song was made for, right? She got a big butt and I cannot lie. Fucking her and a freaking assless pair of chaps. I've been to Wisconsin and it was pretty there. Wisconsin has a lot of, oh yeah, 10,000. Like I said, 1,000. Like that's a big deal for a fucking state. 10,000 lakes in Michigan or in Minnesota? Wisconsin. I haven't been to Wisconsin. I They're mixed lines from Seattle, Washington. Well, that makes sense, see? So he did write it about Kim Kardashian. Uh, See, and in my head, you know who sings it? Donkey from Shrek. That's who sings it in my mind. I'm sorry, because I saw it in a movie, in Shrek. I saw it in Shrek. I saw it in the movie. It was in Shrek, and then like for the special features, they were doing karaoke, and Donkey was singing it. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Oh my god, so funny. I have like, like kind of like a skinny kind of, you know, I have a butt. I mean, obviously, and I couldn't like poop if I didn't. But, but I gotta wonder, like, say somebody like Kim Kardashian, right? And when she sits on the toilet, is she like really high up? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's a big butt. A big, big butt. You ever seen like it's so nice to turn on YouTube and hear this fun positive things and too much drama. Thank you. I appreciate that, Granny. I really do. I really, really do. It does, man. I'm telling you. I didn't look at YouTube all night, and then actually, though, no. Before I ended up going out, because I had to go out to get cat food, and that's when I was on Vale. She was on like about 9 o'clock, somewhere around then. And so I was enjoying, Vale's live stream, but I had to get to the store, get some cat food. Her toilet has a special seat. It has to, don't you think? Dang, I don't even think her butt could get into like an airplane seat. Um, and then, so as the, night was winding down, I started watching the live streams that had gone on throughout the night, and I thought, ugh, except for Vale's. Vale's was nice, and I'm sure there was other nice live streams. I didn't, but that's a different community. A lot of the, uh, yeah, I'm gonna go on live. That's what I said. I'm gonna go live. I know it's early, but fuck it, right? But fuck it, even but fucking. When they have to, I'm sorry. I don't mean to like be so like explicit, but she's pretty, but there's always a but with her. Just saying, physically, physically. I just wonder, like, what it would feel like to have a big old butt. I wouldn't mind maybe going a day with a big old butt. Take Kim Kardashian's big old butt. Right? That's exactly I heart Pink. Exactly. I have a friend who shared and another YouTuber sent. So that's exactly Granny. Exactly. Well, Nubs, right? He was over here. He said, "Wow, he does." Now I think it was like his first time, and he said, "Wow, I can't believe the hate." He said, "What is going?" Because Nubs knows me, you know, they all go, "Well, stay away from anybody who has to say I'm a pretty nice person," but I am a pretty nice person. You know what's funny? As I just thought to myself, watch a movie and use a pillow for a butt. You mean use the butt for a pillow? Oh, watch it. What if they fart? What if they fall asleep? You don't know they're sleeping, and they fart in their sleep, and your head is right there. Would you like that, Mr. Rourke? Would you? I would expect it to be like a big old vibration. That's what I think. Maybe you might like that. Hmm. Look at if we ever meet, I'll be like, why don't you ever use my butt for a pillow? You'd be like, it's your bony ass fucking gives me a headache. He says, gross. Gross. Yes, I love it. Thank you, Granny. It was pretty funny on Bale's the other day when everybody kept going that video saying that the fucking cat was singing Christmas carols. And Bale was like, well, like exactly like how is it like meow 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 meow. And like fucking I wouldn't even think that was such a bad thing if my cat started singing Christmas carols. I'd be happy. I'd want my other cat and my dog to sing too. If I had parrots, those fuckers would be giving me the silent treatment. I'm pretty sure. Uh, they would. I'd be like, come on, you guys sing back up. Let's Do it. Do it. Yeah, say, what would we do? What song would I do with that? With my parrots and my animals. And my, oh, maybe if we went caroling, I live in Massachusetts, Granny. Maybe if I went caroling with my cat and my dog, right? And then I would put them all in those, those red capes, like from, those pictures that you see, in the, the day when they would go Christmas caroling. And I would make, of course, me and Lulu would have those, those the thing that yeah, my background thing, we would. Are you from Louisiana? Were you there during the flood thing? Those things that what do they call a cup or something? A mitt? Whatever. It's supposed to be like a mitten, but I really don't think they were like kind of really good. How is it that they could figure out how to make gloves for men back then, but for the women, they had to stick their hands in this frickin' Chinese finger cuff looking thing? Not exactly like a Chinese finger cuff. I mean, I could see how it would work. Oh, there was no fuzz there for you. I could see how it would work. But, so here's what I want. Okay, now, have I got parrots too? So, if I got myself some parrots and they could sing, that would be so awesome. I could even have like sheep and goats, and I could be like the tabernacle choir, but with animals. Granny's like, I gotta get the hell out of here. Richard Simmons is from Louisiana. If you ain't sweating to the oldies, you ain't coming in here. Right, Granny? Remember that for next time and have your workout clothes on. Have your workout clothes on. She's got fucking what were they called? Leg warmers on. She's dressed like one of the people from Let's Get Physical video. You're saying everything that I know you like, making good conversation. I gotta handle you just right. You know what I mean. You took me to an intimate restaurant, then to a suggestive movie. I forgot the rest. I can't remember, but I remembered that much. Right? Olivia John wants to get his right, Rourke? Rourke, if I ever meet you, after we're done watching Grease and you refuse to put your head on my butt, then it's leotards. No, but you gotta wear your leotard. Now, do you call your leotard? See, I'm thinking that you call leotards tight. No, tight leotards. See, um, you know what? My mind is going to, I'm a Pisces card. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not. Pretend I didn't say that. I know it's not politically correct. I'm a Pisces, especially Chad. But no, I'm not. Leotard and tights are not the same thing. If they were the same thing, right? Why don't I just wear a one piece? I show up in this fucking one piece, shiny spandex suit with fucking leg warmers on. I might throw some of those shorts over them too, I think. and I'm gonna be all like fucking acting like I'm all are you a Leo? Oh my gosh, she's got a Leo on. 501, I lost one. But thank you everybody who subscribed. I appreciate it. I show up. I'm all ready to work out. I'm like banging on your door at 5 in the morning. Come on, let's go. Let's go. What was it on Seinfeld? Who was it? Was it Kirk Douglas? Oh my god. Oh my god. Tucker's being a dick. He's gonna scare me and my dog right now. He's got us in fear. Yeah, Leo's right. I was listening to my my fucking video today. I'm sorry if my own videos make me laugh, but they do sometimes. I was listening to, oh my God, I listened to a lot of my old shit today, tonight with my friend, and man, we were cracking up. As it turns out, I'm pretty funny. And so is the people who like come on my channel too. Thank you. I appreciate that, Granny. So I'm gonna go put my leotard on with my leotard. You know what that headband thing is around their head? It's a leotard. Anything you wear when working out could be considered a leotard. Leotard. That means people leer at you. Stop leering at me because I'm wearing my leotard. Get your eyes off me. Stop eyeballing me, buddy. And get down and give me 10. I mean, $10, not 10 push-ups. Get down and give me 10. And the get down means dance first. And then I want $10. I'll sing. Come on, come on, come on. Get down tonight, baby. Woo hoo hoo hoo. Give me $10. Woo. Oh, your mom calling it 10. Well, it's not for sex or anything, Mr. Rourke. It's for singing so they can get down. Get down tonight. Uh-huh. Get down tonight. I could probably do a medley for them. $10. I'll sing for a good 6 minutes and then I'm dance it out. You know me. I might even like get a flashlight, flick it on and off for them, like a strobe light. What do you think of that? Huh? Can't do that with a cell phone flashlight. No, you can't. You couldn't even aim that at somebody so they could cast their shadow on the wall and do shadow dancing. You'd blind them. Blind them. I'm gonna have to find a different way to do that. Oh, what do we get for $10? Anything you want. Ah, the hotness. Ah, the hotness. For the song. Me love you long time. I wonder why they didn't think that was freaking racist. Um, why prostitutes talk like and they work at the Chinese restaurant? Me love you long time. You want egg roll? I think it's anything you want, not everything. Anything? Anything. I'm sorry, can I just burst into it? I know it's explicit. Sitting at home with my dick so hard. I got my black book for some free to call. Pick up the phone, dial the 7 digits, say, yo, this monkey's up, babe. Are you down with it? Monkey's up. I think it's monkey's up. I don't even think that's what they say. That it could not even be. That was a typo. Um, are you down with it? I arrive at her house, knock on her door, not having no idea of what her night had in store, or the night had in store. I'm like a dog in heat, a freak without warning. That's a good, that, you know what? I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get that license plate. Freak without warning. Oh my god. I'm gonna start wearing those t-shirts too. I should call my channel that. Oh my god. Why didn't I call my channel Freak Without Warning? I could just call my channel The Freak. I think that would go over well. Because I'm a super freak. Super freak. I'm super freak. Hey. See, I even do the instruments and shit for $10. $10. You're getting a good deal. Good deal. I used to have a friend that would like drum on everything. And I mean, like, me singing everything is fine. But drumming on everything, that's annoying. Just rename it. I forgot what I was calling it again. I'm like a dog in heat. A freak without warning. Yes, it's a freak without warning. I got an appetite for love, baby. It's me. Actually, she goes, oh, okay. Okay, then. Fine, Mr. Rourke. B47. I'm 53. Keep singing. I'm trying to get ready. XX. Yee, XX in the house. Right? You know how I am, and I love singing. Okay, so I arrive at her house. No, okay, we already got that part. And then, oh, you know what? I'm thinking of another rap song that's going, she did a backflip, landing on my dick. Well, no, wait, no. What one, what rap song? Because I don't know. Tell me. What rap song? My mind is sick. My mind is sick. Because I was going to say, oh, Mr. Rick can tell when it's going to rain because his balls hurt. People like their tips. Hey, I gotta stop thinking I'm funny. No, honestly, I do. No, sir, XX. Really? She's still in the hospital? She's not still in the hospital from the last time she was in the hospital. Well, let me get that up there because I don't. Yeah, right. Okay. From when before, right? Okay, so she went in before for her appendix, right? I know I heard pink. You don't look like you look like you're in your 40s. Oh my God, your other daughter? What's wrong with her now? That's that's the younger one. Yeah, right? Twenty. And no, but don't you have one still in school? Oh, you do. You do. You have a young one too. You're so lucky, a young one. But what is going on with her? If you don't mind me asking. I'm gonna blow it up. So I can see. Oh my god, let me get that out there. I'm the only, I look like Erica Kane or Susan Lynch. Who the hell's been watching? You know what's so stupid of me? I'm trying to think like, oh, who are they? Same person. Who are they? See, the avatars are so small. I could barely see avatars. I gotta like take a picture of them and blow them up. You're headed to the lake. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. I want to go to the lake. But you know what? I can't go to the lake. And you want to know why? Because I always feel guilty about, oh my God, you do look like her. Holy crap. You're 61? Out of town. Shay. Beautiful. Beautiful. I heart pink. We all are beautiful. Oh, why can't I go to the lake? Because I feel guilty. She type 1, I guess. We have to go to the hospital. So she don't go into what's DKA. Well, she called me and said she was having seizures. I flew up there. Fucking nurse was like, I know I had to take a picture and then like enlarge so I could see what you look like. It's beautiful. Is that gastroparesis? Is that the paralyzed stomach thing? I'm glad you stopped in too, Granny, because this is a nice chat. So that's good. I like that. Sometimes like, not every chat is great, can't be, but uh, no way. You're so lucky with 6 grandchildren and you have a 5-year-old granddaughter. Oh my God, wait a minute. So, oh, I heard Pink and XX. You both have something in common there, huh? She's 5 and had a seizure. So what exactly is gastro? It's not a fucking panic attack. It's seizure. Why know, I went off at everyone. It's not a panic attack. Wait a minute. The nurse was like a panic attack. It's not. It's seizure. Right? It's a panic attack. I'm afraid I like try to. It's seizure. Wait a minute. Oh, she's having them every 20 minutes. Well, I thought like because it had something to do with the stomach because it was gastro. That's why I thought because you go to a gastroenterologist, right? For yeah, but seizures are so scary. Oh my God. Oh, the nurse said that she was having a panic attack. Well, there's a huge difference between a seizure and a panic attack. My God. And when a nurse says that, so so they're treating her like um, she needs a neurologist. I'm so confused right now. Did the nurse say it's a panic attack or it's gastroparesis, panic attack, or it's seizures, but it doesn't have anything to do with the stomach. So it has something to do with the neurological. Because I always like I'm under the impression, under the assumption, I guess I should say. Yeah, on pink they ordered a cat. Yeah. A very is it all caused from a very rare genetic disability? There's things that's what I'm saying. Like, like some people will get angry. I guess they can't understand that I feel like there's so much various illnesses in the world, and not even like an illness, but like even if somebody lost an arm or a leg or, blind or deaf, I mean, there's so many variety of things that create health issues that, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, something happened neuro, what we have. Has she had seizures her whole life, or was this something recently diagnosed? Or did you like, was it like I Heart Pink with the to start like when she was really young like that? They will find it and take care of her. Just don't settle if you're not comfortable. Yeah. No, never. She never had seizures. She's not taking that chance or to quit smoking or anything, right? Yeah, just make sure that that lady isn't giving her stuff work. You know what would bring on a seizure? Does she take any like benzos or anything like any of that? I know they can bring on seizures. I bet you did. You're a whippersnapper. You're a whippersnapper. I've only seen like one person having a seizure. They were diabetic and they were having a diabetic. Yeah, because I thought that disease was seizures. So is this something new, like recently diagnosed? Oh, so they were treating it as a panic attack, just like the nurse was saying. Oh, good thing you went there, and good thing that nurse, I mean, said that was so stupid because, at least they alerted you to what you're dealing with on the way to the hospital in March. Hmm. Because I know that my downstairs neighbor's daughter, when, she was on Ativan, and when they took her off it, she started having seizures from it. Yeah, they were saying it was just a panic attack. Well, fuck, what the hell's wrong with them? I mean, there's so clearly a difference between a seizure and a panic. I mean, seizures, you gotta like, don't you have to like hold down their tongue so they don't bite their own tongue off? That's why. So when the guy was having it, there was a diabetic. Um, cancer doctor. That's what it is. And when it was confirmed, 18 seizure. Yeah, I'm telling you. Ask ministry. Ministry will tell you. Doctors do not tell you what happened. That's why I was talking to Rourke about an idea for a live stream that, like, I'm not going to say it because I don't want anybody else to do it before I do. But I think it's an important one because the doctors do not tell them what can happen when you go off them. And they say it so much so that it would scare somebody to go off. You know what I'm saying? So then the person won't go off them for fear of, what's going to happen when they do. Why do you think it could be diabetes? Or, oh, here, my stomach. That's not first. That was my stomach. I'm sorry. What did I eat? Oh, that nasty fucking Sonic hot dog. I'm gonna look this up, and if I have to, like, I might have to go out and come back in, but I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna go out yet. I don't want to look the gastroparesis. I'm just interested because I feel like if the hospital was saying that shit, then you know, uh, and the adamant, so bad, so bad, so bad, so bad. Yeah, yeah, the nerve that constructs my, huh. Hmm. Some bad complication of diabetes. Yeah, so that would be the seizures. No, yeah, okay, so hold on. Okay, I don't even know if you guys can still hear me. Right. My grand something called she had the pump and the CGM, which what's the pump and the CGM? Does your daughter wear a meter? Her sight is good. She also has so the gastro for here paresis, it has something to do with your bowels. That's why it said it does have something to do with your bowels, like feeling full and not having to eat much, and you can't empty your bowels as much as you should. Something to do with like scleroderma, it said, but also related to diabetes. Yeah, she can't. Have they checked her for diabetes? It could be diabetes. Like if she's never has she complained about like going to the bathroom or not? And so she has been since she was a kid. Type 1 diabetes, is that what you mean? Or is it, I'm confused. I'm very confused. My granddaughter has something called Walton syndrome. It's not genetic. It just happened to her. She was born deaf. I read this awesome book. Um, is it really? See, I'm sorry. I hear, I see, and read all this stuff, and I think to myself, and I know, like in a particular live stream, they were going, "Oh, you could be better at cancer, cancer." Like cancer was the end of the world, but in the grand scheme of things, um, nobody's guaranteed life, and if this is what the hand that was dealt to me, I look at other people's hands that were dealt to them, and I think, oh my God, how can they handle that? But they do. They do handle it because they play their hand they're dealt the best way they know how. And if all of a sudden our hands got switched, we'd be, it wasn't designed for us to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, yeah, type 1 diabetic, I overcame with that. Well, it's, University of Michigan as well. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, X. Plus, you run that business, and you got a lot. Plus, the two so could it be something to do with diabetes? Because um, the seizures, because that's the only time I ever saw somebody have a seizure was a diabetic, and the only other person I heard of having seizures was that girl when they interviewed the Ray of Hope, remember? And she was on Ativan, and when she came off Ativan, she was having seizures. But I heard Pink. I read um I read a book about a deaf girl, a little deaf girl, and it was called Hurt Go Happy. My God, what a beautiful book! So good, so good. Hurt Go Happy. I hope to God that I pray for you, XX, and pray for your daughter that everything. I think the ER fucked her up. They might have if they were. So she went to the ER because she had thrown up, and then when she got to ER, she started having seizures. Oh, wow! Life is fucked up. Life is so fucked up. I had a friend who fell once at the bus station. Older guy, and he had gone down there to meet. He'd gone down there to meet his girlfriend. She worked across the street at the newspaper place, but he fell and he hit his head. And so he went to they brought him to the emergency, the ambulance brought him to the emergency room. And this is awful. They thought he was homeless. And he was like loose, not entirely lucid, but pretty much like he was singing songs and stuff, I guess, while he was in the waiting room waiting. They kept him waiting in that waiting room, like for almost overnight because they thought that he was, yeah, it's the Ativan. I'm telling you, it's the Ativan. The Ativan. You gotta have them start weaning her off that. That is going to. You remember when Ministry was yelling that time on Bobbles? You should read, you need to read Ministry's testimony about the Ativan. You gotta read Ministry's testimony about, you gotta watch what in my playlist list. There it says, benzodiazepines or something, benzo withdrawals, and there's 2 videos in it. And watch the one with the girl second. Watch that one second, and read in the comments Ministry's testimony. Yes, Ativan is a benzo, and it's a bad one. And read Ministry's testimony about what happened, and then listen to the girl who's, younger than 30, like 25, 26, talk about what happened when she went off them. She was having seizures. They locked her up. They locked her up. Yeah. I mean, her life is pretty much ruined. Ruined because when she tries to come off them, and with anybody with yeah, they on benzo, you gotta get her off them, man. You have to exit. The benzos are when you remember when we could hear my downstairs neighbors screaming and shit. I told you guys that was because of benzos. That was because of Ativan. Yeah, it was because of Ativan. And her mother, their relationship is just no good. It's no good because when you are coming off the benzos, and that's what Ministry wanted to do. She didn't like the way life was for her on benzos. She didn't feel, that she was feeling life. They are worse than dope dealers, absolutely. Look at that one that was fucking. Oh, I guess they're I guess nowadays, like heroin isn't even like that big anymore. Now it's like the fentanyl. Right, yeah. Yeah, right. Was she having she said she was having a seizure, yeah. Right. Don't let them keep her on that. Make sure that you watch those 2 videos and read in the comment section what Ministry wrote. In both videos, even if you don't watch the videos, but you should, read the comments because Ministry writes quite a bit. I hope they're also there. Writes quite a bit about her experience, and the girl. We will talk about how when she went, her insurance or something, she couldn't get the Ativan anymore, and she started having delusions, and then she had seizures, and they put her in, they sectioned her, and they did the same thing to Ministry. They ruin your life. And I don't mean like they ruin your life because of the Ativan itself. They ruin your life because when you come off them, it's because you want it yourself because they'll never take you off them. They're making money. Um, when you come off them, you don't know why you feel like you're crazy. And then so you want to say, look, I'm trying to get off the benzos, but it's making me feel like killing myself. Well, then what happens then? They lock you up, and that's in your record, not like police record, but in your file, and that stigma will follow you forever. forever, especially now with the internet. Yep, and they will fucking. I do know that black seed oil helps with seizures. Black seed oil does. I have a video about it, and I would look up herbal stuff. Um, I'd look up herbal remedies before anything because, and here's the thing. Okay, just for an example. Let's say that I didn't have good insurance, and so every chemotherapy treatment was $5,000. I don't know. I think it's more than that, actually. Yeah, smoke CBD oil. Try that. Don't tell her what it is. Try a little drop under their tongue. CBD oil. That might work. You know that? Yeah, absolutely. 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 And, oh my God, I just forgot what I was freaking saying. Oh my God, what was I saying? Oh, I was saying about that. Um, Kepra, benzo. I'll go look, but I have to go out, come back in. I hope XX is okay. Kepra, look it up. I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, it is. Oh no. Yeah, no. No. I can't believe they would put a 5-year-old. Yeah, but it's a benzo. It shows up on or she does that to cops, put her out if she, or she, what happened? Or she does that to cops, put her out if she does what to cops? What does that mean? Yeah, but it's a benzo, and it's a bad one. It shows up on a drug test as a benzodiazepine. And they said it will greatly increase suicidal thoughts and depression. Oh, that's fine. Ugh. Tell them no. Really, try a little drop of CBD oil under her tongue and tell her that's what it's for. Don't tell her it's CBD oil. Tell her it's the medicine, the anti-seizure, and let the mind work over matter. Let the mind work over matter, you know? I'm so confused about that XX. I know there's some typos in there. She meant the cops took her daughter's weed in the hospital. Why did her daughter take her weed to the hospital? Or she does this through cops. How did they go into her purse? They're not allowed to go into her fucking purse. They're not allowed to go into her purse. Where do they get off? Oh, you gotta. No, no, no. You know what? Before you walk in the hospital, you read every single thing you can. Speed reading. take 5 or 10 minutes out to have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed and let them know they're not just speaking to an angry mother. They're speaking to an angry, informed mother who knows her shit. Yeah, weed's legal there. Why the fuck would they do that? Seriously, try a little drop of CBD oil under your granddaughter's tongue. I'm telling you, that's not going to turn up as marijuana, but the other ones are benzodiazepines, and they are going to ruin her life. She will never, ever be able to get off them if it goes too long. They did, and the cops was called. They took that and took all her meds and gave them to the friends. They did. The hospital did, and they called the cops on it. Oh my God. Why? So the hospital went through her purse. Why the fuck is the hospital? Oh, because she was having a seizure. Well, they're supposed to call you anyway. In the weed. That's violating patient doctor confidentiality, quite frankly. That's what that's doing. Where do they get off calling the cops on her? And if it's legal there, where do they get off pulling those officers off the duty of, protecting somebody who needs protection as opposed to coming in there to harass somebody? No wonder why she's having a fucking anxiety attack. Oh my God, I would get them for going in the pocketbook and patient doctor confidentiality. They violated HIPAA laws right there. They violated HIPAA laws. They certainly did. Oh, wait a minute. See, back here, you said weed legal here. You didn't say it isn't. You said it is. No, it isn't. Okay. So, and your daughter isn't alert right now, or she is, in order to answer that question. Hmm. Why? Yeah, just feel sometimes. You know that when you walk to an emergency room department, yes, this is something we can and often do. Um, hmm. Okay, hold on. Dude, I've never seen a police acting over drugs or intoxication, even when a weapons fell out of a patient's pockets and a gun that one still had, which that would get the most likely to get the police involved. Violence. The police virtually never recall the hospital as a threatening potential escalation of patients shot while they were on their treatment bed. So this was pointed out at the hospital began. There has been assault by over half, pretty rare. It was pointed out intoxication and much distress. Okay. Whereas is there a reasonable checking out because you're being verbally provoked? Um, oh, I mean, XX, okay, they already had, okay, it's legal in the state, but not federally legal. Well, then that doesn't make a difference. What do you mean, not federally legal? That, that doesn't make a difference. So they're going to sell it legally in the state. It doesn't mean that because she has it and she's in the hospital that suddenly it's for her to call the police. And they took it. Now, did she see the police come and then take it, or did some hospital worker that wanted weed steal it? And why the fuck are they going through her pocketbook? Oh my god. They already had her and her ID and stuff. They didn't. Okay, so if I was you, probably looking for an ID and they found it. Okay, but that still doesn't say why they called the police on her. Why did they? Oh my god, that would be my first fucking thing. I mean, not my first. I mean, first of all, I'd be like, okay, I want to see. So they treated her incorrectly for. So you're saying they were treating her wrong. First of all, for the what she went in there for, and they were calling it a panic attack, and then she started having seizures. That means that if a cop wants to charge you, they can. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it means. Exactly what it means. That's correct. Did she see the cops come? Oh, so she didn't even see the cops come? She has a medical card. So she didn't even see the cops come. Then, I'd fucking check her money. I would say, all right, I want to see your security footage of those cops coming here and taking that weed out of her pocketbook. Because if she has a medical card and she paid for that, then either the cops stole it from her, something that is so prescribed, or someone who works in that hospital stole it. And they're trying to make her be scared and not make us think about it by saying it was the cops. If she has a fucking medical card, what they did was they stole whatever monetary amount she had to spend on that medical card and spend on that weed. And they better either give up the money or the weed real quick. They don't have proof that the cops came there, then fucking I would then I will start telling every motherfucker and every attorney, and I said I'm calling the cops right now too. Oh, and she's already paid for those. Why'd they give them to the pharmacy? Somebody robbed her. Someone robbed her. Who told? And whatever the nurse was that told you that shit is the one who fucking robbed her. She's in on it. They fucking stole. Then you want to see the security. You want to see it. Or you're pressing charges. You're calling the cops right then and there. Say, I'm calling the cops right now. Unless you can show me. And if they say, oh, we don't have it, say bullshit. You don't, motherfucker. Because if I was in here touting a gun and you're going to tell me you don't have security video camera that's going to be able to show the perp that came running in here, well, then you might want to start fucking putting some in place. Oh my God, XX. I'd go in there and have them motherfuckers so fucking scared. Oh my God, they stole from her. They robbed her. That's what they did. They robbed her. No wonder why she's having seizures. They've got her having more anxiety than she had before she even got in there. I mean, really, I'd walk right up and I'd say, I go, I mean, whoever told, should she tell you that or the nurse did? All right. Nice seeing you, I heart pink. Did she tell you that that happened? And like, what, a nurse came in there and told her that? Like, how did she find that out? Oh my God, I expect I'd already be calling a fucking attorney. I was, yeah, I'd already be calling an attorney and say, how far you want this to go? You tell me. You tell me how much you want this incident to affect this hospital. Oh my God, XX. The nurse told you? All right, when you get in there, ask directly for her. Ask for her. Say, I was told that you're very knowledgeable. Act like you know that you're giving her like a compliment. Get her ego up first if she's off guard. And just say, I was told that you're very knowledgeable and you know that you've been kept abreast of my daughter's situation. So because I was asking about her mess and that particular nurse told you that, right? Okay. Ask for her directly. Say, you seem to be the one who's been keeping up to date with my daughter's, situation. Don't say condition, say situation with my daughter's situation. And I'm here to pick up the belongings that you said was removed from her pocketbook. And if she said, oh, but whatever she says, say, hmm. And then right from there, I mean, whoever is okay with that, whoever is saying that, whoever is doing that, was that the same nurse who told you she was having a panic attack? Oh my God, I fucking wham them. And then I call her, I get their boss, and I say, I don't want your boss. I want your boss's boss. I want speak to whoever is at the top of the ladder, because I don't want to have to explain this to any other person who's going to have to go to their boss, to their boss, to their boss. Because at the end of the day, I better have her meds with not one missing in my hand, and the money that she spent on that weed, because that's medically prescribed and you don't get to go home and smoke a doobie. That's what I tell her. Today's not your day, sticky fingers. Fuck her. That'd be her fucking last day on the job. Say fucking, yeah. You kept abreast on the situation of where her fucking weed and her meds were. Now you better produce them or you're gone. And I guarantee you, trust and believe, by the end of this day, I'll have your ass in jail for theft. You either produce everything you took out of my daughter's pocketbook, or I promise you, as God is my witness, your ass is going to jail. And give her that choice to how far you want this to go. Give me the shit you stole, or I'm having your fucking job and your career. Oh my God. You don't even know. I'm angry myself right now. I'm shaking. I wish I was going with you. That fucking bitch would be crying by the time I was done with her. She'd be crying. Promise you. I'm telling you. My daughter, she knows. She'll fucking say, when she was going to Italy, people would say, oh, they were talking about that movie Taken. And they were like, oh, if anything like that happened, like what their fathers would do. And one of them said to her, what about your dad, Rick? She said, forget my father. It's my mother they better worry about. I'd fuck them up. Because you know what? I mean, this is the thing. I got a lot of anger in me. And it's not for like anyone in particular, but there's just a lot of shit that you could just be angry, like, God, why, like angry at God for, like, nobody did it in particularly, it just is that way. So it's like undirected anger, like you can't go anywhere. So I always, give me a reason. That's my thought process. Give me a reason. But that's why a lot of times, like, people think they see the anger in me, but they really don't. If they did, that, you know, it wouldn't be for the public's eyes, and they wouldn't be able to go around telling people afterwards. Trust, I ain't leaving no witnesses. I know, right, Mr. Rook? Just give me a reason, because I will end you. In the spot you stand, I will end you. That's why people, and I mean it, really, if they think like I sound hateful sometimes when I make a response video and I take it down, oh my God, if they only knew. So it's kind of me to, be like, I don't want to be that angry. I want to be self-aware. I want this, I want that. Because, you know, reality is like the angry me came out, the one that has, a lot of anger that can't go anywhere. I mean, how am I going to do? Beat up God? No. Like, if that came out, I feel sorry for that. And that's why a lot of times I don't really think that those people are even, you know. They're not. They're not worthy opponents. They wouldn't win. So I don't bother engaging. They wouldn't win. If they think I've ever engaged with them in the fullest of my capacity, and I wouldn't be making, like parody videos, and I wouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't be doing that. It wouldn't be in any way like that, you know? It just would be nothing they wanna, nothing they wanna do with trust, trust and believe. So, so that's why I don't look for reasons to be angry and stuff with people. I look for reasons to be happy about life because there is so much misery in life and there is so much things that we can't control. But at the end of the day, you can work on controlling our behavior, you know? So when I'm watching people who apparently are controlling their behavior, but they're not making good choices, like their choice of the way they, behave is, you know, um, hateful. It's hateful. They don't make good choices. So, you know, I choose not to end them. I don't do it because I'm scared of them. I don't not end them because I'm scared of them. I choose not to end them because I'm kind. And that's true. And they could actually, because they like to keep talking, keep insulting, and I'm talking about a lot of people and directed towards a lot of people. Haters want to keep talking, and like they just keep talking, and you'll find eventually they're just repeating the same shit over and over and over again, over and over and over. And they're funny because call people they're attention seekers. The people that they're focusing their hate on. So it's like try to call them attention seekers. They're attention seekers. Here's the thing though. When people don't mention names about who they're talking about, you know why? It's because the ones that do mention people's names that they're talking about, and they say it's because they think they're, bad bitches or ballsy or they'll come at me, right? They want you to come at you, called my name for this reason, because they're attention seekers. And for some unlucky reason, the person's attention that they seek is yours, mine, hers, theirs, his, whatever. That's whose attention they seek the most. They can have a room full of 80 people, and the attention they seek the most from is, when somebody is, continuously talking about them, and then they give them attention back. They're getting that attention, and then it gives them a little more to talk about. But, you know, eventually you could just starve them to death, and some of them can use to be starved. No, no offense, but so just starve them. Don't even give them the name. Don't even tell them who you are. Don't even give them the name. And here's the funniest thing about that: when you don't give the name, you could say like really vile shit about someone or people or something, right? Not say their name, and they assume it's about them. So they'll take like a slew of bad shit and say, you were talking about me. It's like, well, I'm really sorry that you think that way, but I think it's funny as hell when somebody will like do. something. I can't even bring it out because people would know what I'm talking about. But that was a hysterical one. I bet you think this is about you, but then you talk. That's all you did was talk about me. So it was about me. So what kind of dumb shit was that? What kind of dumb shit was that? I bet you think it's about you, but it was. That's all you did. Come on. And you know what's funny is those same people like to say that this person needs mental health. It's got to be mental health. Got to be mental health. Got to be mental health. But they're all on psych drugs. Each and every one of them. Not each and every one of them, but each and every one of them that are, you know, trying to diagnose people. You know, I'm sorry if they've been diagnosed as psychotic or homicidal or whatever it is. I'm sorry for you. I mean, you could call me mentally unstable all you want, but you don't have a degree, and um, get off your meds and let's see the real you. Why are you on meds? You know why? Because you're mentally unstable, evidently, and perhaps they might want to increase the dosage, right? They probably want to increase the dosage because they're evidently not helping. Or maybe you should get off them and start smoking some weed. Maybe you'll be a little happier. Apparently. And you know what? I honestly don't even think you're supposed to take psych meds and drink. Why would somebody sit there taking fucking psych meds? They obviously say they do while sucking down fucking drinks. My God. Oh my God. And the people believing this woman. Was she even in there that night? You know, hungry eyes. Her, right? And the people believing her. She just told you guys, I haven't drank since what? New Year's? Right? So then what? Everything she says is total truth, right? I haven't drank since New Year's. This bitch just said the bottle of vodka she keeps in her fridge was almost empty, and so was the bottle of wine. Who keeps a bottle of vodka in their fridge if they don't drink? Who keeps a bottle of vodka in their fridge when they don't drink? Seriously. So if you motherfuckers think that bottle of vodka and that bottle of wine that occurred the day after she was ragging out on I know, right? Huh? She was ragging out on Amy, saying, and I don't appreciate that you call me a jerk. Hungry lady. Um, I don't know anybody who has to have a supply of vodka that doesn't drink. Right? Yeah, let me look in my fridge. I had 3 drinks. No, I had like a bottle of wine and a quart of vodka. You know, the one I keep in my fridge. Nobody keeps a bottle of vodka in their fridge unless they're a regular drinker. You know why they keep one in there? In case they feel like a drink. That's a liar for you. That's a liar. And I saw them too saying, Oh, I'll even send you all the emails and the texts that she sends me. They're gross. They're disgusting. Are you gonna send them to me too? Because I haven't seen them yet. Send them to me too. I haven't seen them yet at all. And as a matter of fact, in the future, anytime you open your mouth up accusing me of anything, anything at all, anything at all, you best have proof. Because I'll tell you, well, right now, you are one bitch. That is so personally insulting to yourself. Everything you do is cringe, stomach turning. I know, right? Peppercini. Right. You know why you bought the peppercini? Because you like them. Same reason that bitch bought that bottle of wine and that vodka that she put in the fridge. She probably had that in the fridge when she was sitting. Here's the thing, though. You know what? Having a bottle of vodka, that's okay. Have the bottle of vodka, but don't you dare sit there. And you know what they do today? They'll block people too, so that they can be bashing them in the same live stream that they're in, and they don't even know. They don't even know that they're in there, fucking bashing them, thinking that they're a fucking friend and shit, and fucking going, to somebody. I don't appreciate you calling me this. That's why I got up here, because you're calling me this, Amy. And well, first of all, let me just say something. That Jabba the Hutt picture that was like next to the one of Amy, they don't look remotely, even remotely, any iota alike. Like there's nothing about Amy that makes me think of Jabba the Hutt. Nothing at all. Like you could put her picture side by side up with Jabba the Hutt, and I'm never gonna go, oh my god, they look similar. And I'm never gonna go, oh, actually, I just did. That'll be the last time. That'll be the last time I'll be doing that. I mean, I'm sorry. I've never heard such ridiculous shit coming out of somebody's mouth. Why wouldn't somebody want to spend their time if you've got the views of that many people in one place? Why wouldn't you want to use that time for positive things, positive purposes, for positive purposes? Like, who's cool drinking alcohol, talked about if they weren't on their meds, they'd be homicidal, whatever the fuck, with giggling. There's nothing funny in that whole scenario. And that's why I think they need to increase the doses. Because you need to start being in a little la la land and maybe play a couple of games of trivia. And I'm sorry, it's been my experience that the people who don't like trivia is not because I'm such a fucking whacked out bitch. I'm doing trivia live streams. It's because they don't like trivia. I mean, you can make it all you want. Yeah, she's so fucking whacked with her 4 or 5 people in there innocently playing trivia. Oh my god, I'm so whacked. So it's either that they don't like trivia or some people aren't that smart. That's okay. Whatever floats your boat. Some people like Wheel of Fortune. Some people like Jeopardy. That's okay. Whatever floats your boat. You could spend 24/7 talking about how crazy and lunacy it is for me to have a trivia live stream, that attention seeking trivia live stream. Take all day, go ahead. Try to convince normal people that makes someone a lunatic because they have a trivia live stream. Just try. I guarantee you that the people that you convince are just as insecure, self loathing, and desperate for some kind of attention as you. Anybody who agrees that somebody is a lunatic because they have a trivia live stream or they're in a live stream laughing with people about their convertible and they say, come to my live stream next. And anybody who agrees that that makes somebody a crazy person, as opposed to the person saying, and come at me and I'll cut you to the white meat. Cut you to the white meat. I think that's crazy. Crazy. Lunatic. I'm sorry. I only have time for normal people. So if that means that there's only 4 or 5 people on my live stream, but they're normal, thank God. Thank fucking God to be able to have a normal, decent conversation with people that like kind words. They don't cheer on the horrible words and be like, yeah, yeah. Because some of the nicest people I have been watching, some of the I thought were the nicest people that I've been watching are really throwing out some stones and to everyone, to anyone now. And even if they don't not like them, I mean, like, and I'm not talking about them, but I'm just saying if Ace or Lee could tell me what I did to them, really, like personally, if you can relate a story that I did something other than saying, if you lost anybody to cancer, I really can't understand how you could possibly treat somebody with cancer this way. If you can actually logically, to me, if you could have that decency, because you know that I've had real decency to, if I see them, to be like polite and say hello and all that. If you can actually logically tell me what I did to you to make you turn on me, and all of a sudden love to be so mean and hateful to anyone that comes to anyone that anybody in a certain haters club wants to hate. And then suddenly you'll hate them too. Now that's flip floppers for you. Suddenly you'll hate them too, right? Um, Even that dumb bitch with the hungry eyes. What did I do to you? Ever. Ever. What did I ever do to you? I can tell you what I did. I'm normal and you're not. I'm honest and you're not. And you're a fucking idiot. You never got arrested. You never went to jail. You never got arrested. You are not an ex drug dealer. Try again, lady. In what world? On the seedy side of an island? Really? Were you? But now you got affordable housing for the elderly. Um, I believe that once you get a felony, I don't even think you get any kind of benefit. I mean, I don't know how they work it anywhere else, but that's what I think. But here's the thing. Tell me what decent adult, oh my God, first of all, I heard them talking about their kids, saying their job, what they do for a living, where they can find them on the billboard. I was your daughter, I would hunt you up. I mean, damn, you can't dox your own kid enough, can you? You just can't. You are. Oh, and to this person who's running around with that address, and everybody seems to think that's my address. That's not my address. That is not my address. So I don't know where they're fucking sending ya, but I don't live there. I mean, these motherfuckers are dumb as shit. A big time. But what woman, grandmother, really is gonna sit there and who wants to be a good example in their children's and in the eyes of anybody and talk about being a drug dealer and in jail. So I've got something for you. You know how y'all like to do those ones. I'm not gonna dig up your court documents, but you know, you never got arrested for drug dealing, maybe. You might have a couple of DUIs under your belt, but not drug dealing. You never did time in the slammer, okay? You know, you're not a cast member of Orange is the New Black. You're not. Prove it. Prove that you're as seedy as you appear. Because I don't know anybody who, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You just go to the packy. You gotta replace your bottle of vodka. Don't have another night where you're defending yourself of not being a drunk. So you gotta prove them right, right? Don't want to be unprepared. Don't forget, because like I think you get like a gallon pop off or something for like $7.99. I don't know what it is. I'm sure you do. I know, right? Prison pose. What's prison pose? We always hang in a buffalo stance. Oh, you know what I think prison pose is? When you're giving them the old hungry eyes. One look at you and I spread my thighs. You've got hungry eyes. Oh my God, look at all of those flies from my thighs. Sorry. I'm a really good driver. Fucking nutcase. There's not one person there that could swear on their children's lives. anything they say. Blood in, blood out. What's that, like a tampon or something? What does that mean? Blood in, blood out, a tampon. Whenever they have no money for tampons, they have to give them them. I think the person I'm talking about was around during those days when they wore those belts around their waist. You remember? Those big, huge. Well, I don't remember because I'm younger than that. Okay. Um, Although, you know what? Now that I think about it, I did see something where someone was taking their um, shirt off and shit and showing their tattoos. Not the one with the herpes sore on their lip, but the other one where they were taking their clothes off and showing their fucking tattoos and stuff. I don't know what that was about. Check it out. I got Burl Ives on my shoulder. Burl Ives. Eh, Burl Ives. And over here, my first crush, my father. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I only say that because you're so rude about everybody else's fathers and kids and everybody else. But you know why you are so rude about it? Because you're so, so easy to find fault with that you have to try to point out fault in everybody else. If not, everybody would still be looking at you shaking their head, right? Glug, glug, glug. Where's the Southern Comfort? I got hungry flies. I'm mm, sorry. You know, just sorry that I'm not naming you. I'm sorry that I have, you know, bit of kindness in me and I don't name you, but I'm pretty certain everybody knows, right? I like everybody's blind. They're just making educated bad choices. They're actually educated people thinking about what they're doing and saying, I think I'll be an asshole instead. I'd rather be an asshole. And then in turn, you end up with the next generation of assholes. And then that generation of assholes produces some more generation of assholes. So I ask that anybody with morals, ethics, principles, and anything kind to say, and with a sense of humor. Like when you laugh and you're really laughing, like when I used to be over there, I was pretty funny. you know, like them, like when me and Rourke, we were funny. We are funny, you know. Like them laughing at us, with us kind of, but laughing at the things we would say would make me laugh again at something I'd already laughed to myself about because I'm so funny and you're so funny. So, that was when it was like, belly laughs, wiping tears from their eyes. But I don't, I don't. If you prefer that old Gargamel laugh, you go in, you know, 'cause I prefer the good like the belly laugh where you just can't breathe. You're laughing so hard. And I don't see that much going on not a lot of channels. I really don't. And I do know that for a while in here, still in here, we have them. We still have them. And I think that was, part of the issue. And that's why evil people will continuously say things. They need to get off YouTube, but they don't finish the sentence. Because the rest of the sentence is because in not so long, everybody's going to realize I'm not funny, I'm boring as fuck, and have nothing better to do than bash people. And they'll probably end up going back to there because, they had fun, they had a good time, and they laughed a lot. And everybody was laughing and not at people, but with each other. And that's the only reason why they would tell people to get off YouTube. It's because the the end result is imminent if you do not get off YouTube. Continue to find something good in even the worst of people. It can be done, even if it's when they're not around. Sometimes that's the best part about some people is when they're not around. Right? When you don't hear them anymore. That's the best part in some people. So if that's the best part of me, and I hope it is for them, is when they don't listen to me anymore. Pretend that's your favorite part about me, is pretending I don't exist. Let's make that be your favorite part about me. Then you found something nice and positive, and I won't ever have to end you personally, not publicly. Because I really do like people in a way. I like people that are worthy of liking and that are funny and not just so intensely evil. I couldn't believe it when I was reading these comments. So my friend was like, "Holy fuck!" And these people can't get you out of your head, out of their head, because there was like a book worth of comments. So I printed them all out on this particular video. I'm telling you now, it would have been at least 10 pages. These motherfuckers are delusional. And not funny, not entertaining, not interesting, nothing I want. You know what? The best thing that you talk about is me. I'm sorry. That's actually the most interesting topic. I'm sorry if I feel that way. Oh no, do I have not self not self-hatred? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Am I not buying into the shit that you say about me? You know why? Because I actually do know me and I do know my story. And so you could demand this. We want an update on this. How about you update your fucking head into a vice and squeeze it real tight and go fuck yourself? Update that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what you think you know about me. Chances are it's way off base, but hey, if you need me to be your most interesting topic you could possibly think of to talk about, then I don't know, your life is pretty fucking boring if I'm your most interesting thing to talk about. But I am pretty funny, so I do understand it. Hey, peace, love, and tacos. I love you, Rocky. Bye.